Okay, so you have a problem. You are trying to get an apartment in Dallas, Texas, or anywhere in Texas, and you have a criminal record in Oklahoma. So let me tell you why this is a problem. You already know, but if you are researching this issue, let me inform you and get you caught up to speed. Right now, it is really hard to get an apartment anywhere because of supply and demand. Okay, so the problem is this: is that you go to find an apartment. There's more of you people looking for an apartment than there are landlords renting. There's way more tenants, so they have the advantage. So they make you apply. This was not common 10, 20 years ago. It's increasingly common over the last 5 years, and now in post-COVID, this is very common. So you go to rent an apartment, you have to apply. You may have to pay an application fee. In Oklahoma, it's not uncommon for you to pay $20 or $35 or something like that to apply for an apartment. And that application means you fill it out, you tell them who you are, you pay the fee, you do a credit check. They will also do a background check. So they're going to run your credit and they're going to look at your rap sheet. And, different apartment complexes have different standards. In Oklahoma, it's common that, if you have any kind of felony conviction, that makes it really hard to get an apartment. And even if you have certain misdemeanors that can affect you, we tend to think of things like drug possession and possession of marijuana and it's 8 years old. We tend to think of things like that as not a big deal, and it may not be a big deal with your landlord, but it may be to some others. It also depends on the market, how competitive the market is. If you are in a seller's market or a landlord market where they have the upper hand because there's way more buyers or way more tenants, that stuff's going to matter. So that's the kind of stuff when they need a tenant, they will overlook it. But if they've got plenty of tenants to pick from, it comes down to even small things like having simple possession of marijuana. So let's get down to what we're talking about. You've got a record, you've got criminal charges from Oklahoma, and it doesn't matter that you no longer live here in Oklahoma. Your Oklahoma record has followed you to wherever you have moved to. And now you are trying to apply for an apartment, and this is preventing you from doing it. The solution to your problem is to get an expungement. Visit expungeokc.com, text this phone number, 405-701-6016, or call us or email us, and we can get you started immediately. So I have had many clients hire me because they have moved to Dallas and they cannot get an apartment. What they tell me is that it can cost up to like $200 to apply, just to apply to stay in a nice apartment. And some of the things they're telling me are like no misdemeanors within 5 years, no felonies within 7 years, and application fee is non-refundable. This came from a couple of my clients in the last year have all told me this. So when they say no misdemeanors within 5 years or no felonies within 7 years, they're not even talking convictions. They're just talking about when they look at your background check, does it have anything on it? Even if you were arrested and never charged, or you were arrested and charged but then it was dismissed, you can't have anything on it. So there's a very simple solution to this. Let's get your expungement done. I get expungements done usually in around 60 days. I can have it off your record and everything in less than 90, and you can go submit these applications with all the confidence in the world that it's going to be clean and you're not going to have that record hold you back. You do not want to allow your past to interfere with your future opportunities, especially when you can do something about it, and you can do something about it. If you have any other questions, let me know. expungeokc.com. My name is Travis Charles Smith. Thanks.